Hello, all my joyful creators. Welcome to Funday Monday, part 8 of the Longmire Blanket. I just love the way that our blanket is coming together. This is the beginning of it and just moving all the way along. It is just coming along very, very beautiful. So let's see how many rows we are going to add today. And we are going to add 4 rows. Now let's see what color we're going to add. We're going to add number 7, and on my chart that will be real teal for me. We're going to add one more color. We're just going to roll 1 die. And we're going to add color number 4, which is carrot. And we're going to add one more color. And we are going to add color number 11, which for me is white. So 7, 4, and 11 is what we're adding today. So if you'll go ahead and grab your number 7 color and your project, we are going to go ahead and get started. And here is a look at the colors that I am adding: the teal, the carrot, and the white. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our color joined on here. And we're going to turn. And just in case you want to make sure that you are working on the same side that I am, these stitches will be made with the right side facing. So that means if you've added a stitch marker to the front of your work to remind you of your right side and your wrong side, or back side, however you like to call it. So we already have one loop on our one chain from where we attached our color. So we are going to chain 2, 1, 2. All right, this is going to count as our first half double crochet, and we're going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch and a half double crochet into the next stitch. And we are going to work half double crochets all the way down this row. And of course I'm working over my tails, securing them in. And if you're doing the same, as soon as you feel like you have secured them in, you've gone far enough that you're happy, you can go ahead and trim those tails off. And I'm going to do one more here. And then I'm going to go ahead and give them a nice little pull so I can make sure that they're not peeking out the back, and they're not. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the remaining part of my tails off. And then we are going to continue working down row 45, making half double crochets So go ahead and finish this row up, and I will meet you at the end, and we'll talk about how to start the next row. My hook does not want to go into that stitch. There we go. All right. We are here at the end of row 45, and so we're going to go ahead and fasten off our work to join a new color. You should have a total of 158 half double crochets at the end of this row. Ah, that looks so pretty. And now we're going to add our next color, which should be your number 4 color. And again, for me, that is going to be Carrot. All right, and get our color fastened on here. And go ahead and make sure you've got a chain 2, and I've got 1 and 2, and we're going to go ahead and turn our work. And this time we'll be making our stitches with the back side or the wrong side of our work facing. And again, I'm going to secure my tails in as I go. This chain 2 is going to count as our first stitch. And we are going to make a half double crochet into the next stitch. And we're going to do that across. So we're just going to repeat row 45, making a half double crochet. We just changed our color. And again, just make as many half double crochets as you feel you need to secure your tails in. Once you feel like you have them secured in, then go ahead and give them a snug little pull. Not too tight. You don't want to change the shape of your work. And I'm going to do one more, and that should be plenty. And give them a nice little pull here. And I'm going to turn it over. Nothing's peeking out. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off my tails. And we're just going to continue all the way down row 46, making half double crochets. Again, when you get to the end of this row, you will have 158 half double crochets. So I will meet up with you when you get to the end. Here we are at the end of this row, and you should have a total of 158 half double crochets. And we are going to go ahead and change to our last color to complete rows 47 and 48. So I'm going to fasten off here and come on and add my new color right into the top of that last stitch. and go ahead and chain 3. And then turn your work. And as we begin row 47, the front side of your work should be facing you. Trying to get all this on here so you can see what I'm doing. And as I've done in the past, I'm going to bring my tails around and secure them in as I go. And this chain 3 is going to count as our first stitch, and it's going to count as a treble crochet. So we're going to work a treble or triple crochet into the next stitch, and to do that you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook twice. You're going to insert it into the next stitch. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the next 2, or first 2, excuse me. Yarn over and pull through the next 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that is going to create your treble crochet. And we're going to do that again. And again, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. Always remembering to yarn over twice before you insert your hook to begin the stitch. And for me, I'm just going to keep doing a couple more so I can secure those tails in. If you are pulling your tails to the back and weaving them in later, you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to do one more here, and then that should be enough to secure my tails in and keep them nice and secure. All right, so let me go ahead and give this a nice little snug pull there. So just continue making your treble crochets all the way down this row. Again, remember to yarn over twice before you insert your hook to start the stitch. You will have 158 treble crochets when you get to the end. Chain 3, turn your work. That will count as your first stitch, and all the way down that row you will continue to make your triple crochets. So for the next 2 rows we are going to make triple crochets, and we will have a total of 158 triple crochets when we get to the end of each row. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet up with you at the end. So we have finished our 2 rows of treble crochets. We have added 4 rows today, 2 half double crochets and 2 rows of trebles using 3 colors, our number 7 color, our number 4 color, and our number 11 color. We're just going to fasten off our work. And we will be ready to start part 9 next week. I'm real excited. Next week we are bringing in a new stitch that we have not yet done on this blanket. So I look forward to it. So bring your thinking caps, bring your hook, bring your project, bring your enthusiasm, and I will see you next week. Well, my name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations. I've been your host today, and have a great week. Be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and I will see you next week.